Are we live? We good? All right, we're back. Thanks, buddy. David Peel, everybody. Big round of applause for a very big band.
It was a good laugh.
What?
It was a good laugh.
As the band scatters from the stage, we're going to bring up some more speakers for you. Some very informed, very hard-fighting activists in the, I don't want to even call it a drug war. That substantiates what they want to call it. But in the, you can probably phrase it better than I can. Please welcome Paul and Joni from Let Them Talk.
Hey guys, how you doing? Everybody have a good time. It's Joni. I'm Paul Durienzo. Joni Musi is joining me. We have a show on Manhattan Neighborhood Network every Tuesday at 8 o'clock. You can watch it if you live in Manhattan or on the internet at youtube.com/LetTemTalk, LetTemtalk. Just search us, Let Them Talk. It's on the internet. Now, we are here because we want to bring a historical perspective to this event. Because our good friend Dana Beal, often a guest on our show, is right now languishing in a prison in a state in the middle of the country called Nebraska. And he is finishing a 5-year sentence. Hopefully he'll be out soon and be here to join us. But we felt it's so important for you to know about why Dana Beal is an important person, why we should be thinking and dedicating our time to Dana Beal. Okay, back in 1967, when the first New York City, the first smoke-in marijuana march, there might have been others, I can't say the first, among the first, the one that's the ancestor of this one, 1967, Tompkins Square Park. To give you the power of marijuana, the power that Dana had in what he saw in marijuana as a young man, you have to understand back in those days, hippies were a new thing, and some people were sort of uncool with hippies, and the hippies at Tompkins Square Park were getting into fights with the community. The community and the hippies were having actually riots where they were fighting each other. Not the police, not the government, not the enemies, not the people who were keeping marijuana illegal, but they were fighting each other. People did not understand each other, and they were fighting each other. And Dana Beal said, there is a way that I can bring people together, that I can bring Latino people and hippie people and African American people and all Polish people and Ukrainian people together, despite all their differences, in one time and one place. And he did that with the first smoke-in, which was held in Tompkins Square Park. It was a success, and today, 45 or whatever years, 6 years later, we're still doing it. We're still bringing people of all different backgrounds together. And we have Dana Beal to thank for that. Because as every politician, every racist, every anti-people, governmental authority person, every corrupt police officer, every thieving heroin, dealer bringing it in from Vietnam. You have to realize in 1967 the government was bringing the heroin in the bodies, in the actual coffins of the American soldiers in Vietnam, the dead soldiers. The generals and the colonels had an organization that was bringing heroin back in the coffins with the soldiers. All right, I don't know if anybody's checking the coffins that are coming in from Afghanistan. Because it could be happening there too. That these people were ruining our neighborhood. They were the real enemies of the people who were bringing in the poisons, killing the young people in our community from overdoses and from other horrible drugs. It was Dana Beal who really saw that the future was with marijuana, that marijuana would bring people together. Now, Dana put his money where his mouth is. He put his everything together to make it happen. He was a doer. He didn't sit on his butt and just smoke a joint. He did something. All right, do you understand what I'm trying to say? We need more people who just don't sit there, but who actually get off their butts and do something, like we're doing here. All right? Like Dana Beal. Dana Beal was arrested twice, several times, bringing medical marijuana to New York. He should not be in jail for doing something in Nebraska that's illegal in Colorado, the next state over. He should not be doing something when a candidate for mayor, who used to be a city council person, Sal Albanese, gets on the stage And after all that's happened in this city and all the $1 billion that was spent in putting people in prison, to say, and I'm glad he said it, but I have to say at a certain point it hurts me, that he comes up here and says, marijuana should be legal. It's $1 billion and 1 million lives too late. It should have been legal a long time ago. It should have been legal a long time ago. You know, they're asking a lot from us for forgiveness for all the crimes they've committed against people. They've committed against children. They have committed crimes against us. Do you understand? It's not just enough. There is a question here. If they could spend $1 billion in 10 years to stop and frisk and arrest hundreds of thousands of people for pot, we're owed something. Don't you understand? We're owed reparations. We're owed something. Everybody who's arrested for marijuana must have their records expunged.
They have to be paid back the money they spent on legal fees. They have to be paid back for their future being taken away from them. We want reparations.
And we got to find new jobs for drug lawyers because we don't want to have to use them anymore. All right? Nobody should have to go in front of a judge anymore. Nobody should be humiliated in a cell because they smoke pot. Nobody should have their lives ruined. And we know it all happened. You know, sometimes we get busted with a joint or a nickel bag. How about the people? We have that nickel bag, we have that joint because somebody took a much bigger risk to bring it here. Okay? Those are heroes. They're not drug dealers. They're heroes. They're heroes of the people. They put their lives on the line. They took 11-year bids. They took 8-year bids. They took 15-year bids. For us. They're serving in prison. For us. We must remember them. We can never forget them. All right, now, we're going to leave in a minute, but I want to tell you and get you all together on this. Because we're not going to just have a good time and walk away from this, what we're trying to do here. What we're going to do is I want everybody here to sign the membership list at the table in the back. I want everybody here to put their email and their phone numbers on that list. All right? We must leave this place even more energized, even more ready to fight the fight to bring our family members, our children, our brothers and sisters and our parents home from the gulag of America's prisons. All right? We've had it. It's time to tear down these prisons. It's time to free the people who are in there for marijuana. We cannot sleep soundly in our own beds when we know that our people are prisoners of war in a hellhole, in solitary, chained to a bed. No, it cannot be allowed. So, I don't know what the slogan should be. Well,
it can't be allowed that we have a conversation about the legalization of marijuana without discussing the people that are still being arrested every day and the people that are in jail, and we want them out, and we want reparations. We want Mark Emery freed. We want Dana Beal freed. We want people to remember Ken Unger, who gave his life a marijuana warrior.
We're going to list the names of every person in prison in America. It'll be the longest list that's ever been in this park since the Gettysburg Battle death list was written here. All right? We are going to list them all. I want to see all their names on a list in this park so we can see the horror and terror that the government has put on our backs and our families. We are sick of it. It's over. We're not going to take it anymore. 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 We the weed. We the prisoners of pot. Watch our show. Let them talk on YouTube or on Manhattan Neighborhood Network. Hope to hear from you. Thanks a lot.
All people arrested for pot are political prisoners, and we want them free!
Free the people!